based on the organizational designed functional activities of the business, the workload are divided to achieve the objectives of the organization. Group of people who are experienced who take decisions about a business organization has to be managed, considered a committee here. Staffing is nothing but choosing a right person for the right job at the right time for the right place. This is a concept what we have. Staffing here. Warm welcome to first sem BBA student. The subject we are discussing management principles and practices. We are into the third unit, section 2. In our first session, we learned about meaning of organizing, types of organization, structure and delegation of authority, and advantages and disadvantages. I'm Professor Rajesh L.R. from Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, first grade college, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the concept what we have learned in our previous session was meaning, definition, steps, nature, principle, meaning of delegation of authority, and types of organization. In today's session, we are going to discuss about formal organization, informal, committees, centralization and decentralization, span of control, staffing and nature of staffing. There will be one question on 2 marks. What is span of control? And here it may be for 10 marks or 15 marks, centralization and decentralization. And the formal and informal organization, it may be 2 marks question they're going to ask you people in the semester examination. What is formal organization? Formal organization refers to the organization structure which is designed by the management to accomplish a particular task. Here, authority, responsibility, and accountability and line of communication will be clearly specified. They're saying that when the communication passes from the top level management and it passes to the middle level, from middle level to lower level, and for whom the communication has to be passed and how it has to be passed and what is their responsibility after receiving the communication, what they have to do. So clearly it is going to design in such a way that when from the top level to lower level, the communications will be made. That is formal organization. What are the advantages? It's designed by the top management. Features what we have here. The main objectives are specified in the plans based on according to that one. To achieve those plans, the formal communications will be made in such a way that when all the decision making control will be in the hands of the top level management, they have to communicate to the middle has to communicate to the lower, and in the reverse manner, lower to middle to top level, the communication has to be passed here. The specific relationship among various job positions are designed in such a way that one, like CEO and next vice president and next secretary and next general managers. Like this, each and every hierarchy will be designed in such a way that when what is a designated position and role in the success of the organization they have, and even they check that when what type of work involved in each and every designed position here, and they're going to design in such a way that when what are the responsibilities are there, accountability and authorizing concept what they have in each and every designed designated position for the betterment and achieve the objectives of the organization. Efforts of various departments are coordinated through formal organization and bound by rules, regulation and procedures. So this is the rule made by the top level management, and it is to be followed by all the subordinates of the organization according to the rules that have to work in the organization. And based on the division of labor, that is nothing but based on the organizational designed functional activities of the business, the workload are divided to achieve the objectives of the organization. No scope of sentiment of members. Here we are not going to give any scope for the sentiment of individual members. Based on that, the work is not divided here, and the work will be done in such a way that when how it has been made, the rules and regulations to frame the work, and the work will be executed in the same way, not based on the relationship or the sentiments of individuals here. aims to achieve efficiency, concentrated jobs, and not individual feelings, not based on my feeling. The jobs are designed or the work will be executed here based on the requirement of the organization here. They're going to design the structure and as well as the hierarchy positions, and even the position will be designed in such a way that and made a right person is going to occupy the designated position. They're going to select a right person for the right place at the right time for the right job. This is a concept they're going to have, and the responsibility divided and honored by everyone. So every concept will be decided by the top level and it is accepted by individuals of the organization. What are the advantages? Easy to fix the responsibility, helps to avoid duplication of work. There'll be no double work. Unity of command is maintained. Effective accomplishment of goals, provides stability in the organization. These are the advantages we have here. So I can fix the responsibility for each and every individual or subordinates or superiors or middle level management. What is their role and what is their authority, responsibility, and accountability are there for the task allotted to them. And next, what are the disadvantage? Here, some of the rules and regulations made by the top level management, it is fixed. Rigid means a fixed, which cannot be changed. They have to work according to the rules framed by the top level management. The next one we have here, informal. It is a type of relationship in the organization which are built only in the emergency cases or the work where it has to be executed immediately, and it is equal to a social group in the organization. So for the betterment of the work to be completed here without any hurdles or without any delay in the decision making, these groups are created, or these type of informal concept will be adopted by the organization only whenever the necessity is there or emergency of the work to be done. Features exist within the formal organization. It is exist within the means wherever we have formal organization, even it will be having informal organization concept also. There is no specific flow of information among the members. The communication as in the formal, it comes from the top, middle and lower. In the informal, it may go to top to lower, lower to middle, middle to lower, again lower to top. The communication may pass in any this one way. There is no proper designed structure for moving the communication in a straightforward or otherwise. So that is the thing we are going to call the communication. The informal always will be in a zigzag manner, or there is no shape at all for the movement of communication from one person to another person. It is passed in such a way that one with intention to execute the work for the organization's success and not for any other purposes. What are the disadvantages we have here? Workers go slow in their work, resistance to new work method. So sometimes we cannot adopt the new strategies in the organization where the communication has already passed to the top level to lower level, and the lower level members are not ready to accept the new concepts what the organization want to introduce in the organization strategies, and which may not be supported by some of the people and which may affect for the negative aspects of the organization betterments. Committees, group of people who are experienced who take decisions about a business organization as to be managed constitute a committee. So there are types of committees here: standing committee, temporary committee, coordination committee, and advisory committee. To run any organization, the committees are to be framed. Committees are nothing but a group of people who will be the members of the committee, and they take part in all major decisions of the business activities. And some of the people of committee members where they're going to advise the organization for the changes to be introduced, or for the investment strategies, or for the portfolio aspects of the organization, or for the having better training to be given to the employees, or when the training has to be provided and what type of training is required and what type of education has to be given for the employees, and how they can control the employees in the organization and make them to work in the organization for both individual success as well as for the organizational success, and how to tackle the situation, that to provide the training and education for individuals. So if they are going to provide all these type of things, it will be very easy for the organization to achieve their objectives. For that reason, we should have the different types of committees which is going to support to take major decisions in the organization. We have the concept called centralization and decentralization. Differences are here, and here this differentiation will be there for your examination for 10 marks or 15 marks depending upon the paper what you're going to get. So write this one in this way where you can score the marks easily, and you can get the center marks also for the allotted question whatever we have here. The first one we have here, the meaning of centralization. It lies with the top level management. The saying that one, always the authorization, it will be the top level management, and here the decision making authority will be delegated to down the scalar chain. Means it is going to be in the down part, it will be there, and it is not in the other aspects. And the flow of information is vertical, and the flow of information is open and free in the decentralization. The communication can pass in any way to anybody, but it is not like that. It is go in a vertical manner only. That is top level to middle, middle level to lower. It is not like that one. It is ideal for small. Centralization concept is suitable for small organization, and it is for large organization. It is very much suitable. Decision making speed is comparatively slow because top level, middle level, lower level is involved here to take certain decisions. It may take time, and it may delay the work, or the stoppage of work may be there because the decision has been not taken by the top level. But decisions will be taken immediately. The work will move faster, and we can get into the completion of the task without any hurdles. A few unpicked people are involved in decision making process. Here they're saying that one, the number of people in the top level management, they're going to select who can decide what and how and when. So these type, the limitation of members will be there, but in the decentralization, there'll be large number of people who take part in the decision process, where they can discuss and communicate the concept easily and get suggestions or advice from the members, and whichever is suitable for the betterment of the organization, the decisions will be taken based on the ideas or the messages or the communication made by the members of the organization. And here motivation level is employees are demotivated, employees are highly motivated. Sometimes the top level management, whatever the decision is taken by the top level management, that has to be executed. The middle level or lower level management people should not suggest the top level management how they have to work or what they have to do. But in the decentralization, it is not like that. They'll collect the information. If it is worth and suitable, definitely they're going to implement that. And they say that when these concept has been adopted with the support of certain subordinates' involvement in the activities of the business. The conflict are least likely to occur. Conflicts are most likely to occur. The difference of opinions given in the centralization are less, so that is the reason there'll be no issues at all in the members. But here the members are more, whatever the decisions made by the top level based on the information provided by certain members, if they accept, the other group of members may feel that one they're not supporting us. The conflict, the issues may arise between the group members, or between the subordinates, or between the departments, or between the designated position of the subordinates in the organization. Next, the top management is carrying all the burden. The burden gets shared among many levels. Here, entire risk will be taken by the top level management. It takes on its shoulder, but it is not here. It is going to share that one, top, middle, and lower level, the decisions, whatever they're going to take, and the responsibility also will be on their shoulder. The risk had to be borne by the large number of members and not the few number of members here. There is a stability as the decisions are made by central authority having common ideology. Instability as a result of conflict that arise due to decisions. Here, the center, the top level management is going to take a decision. So therefore, there'll be no issues in the centralization, but in the decentralization, the decisions will be taken based on the information collected from different members of the organization, and then it may be implemented. At the time of implementation of the concept, there may be issue of accepting or rejecting the new strategies what the organization want to bring for the changes required in the organization. So here it is going to be very difficult in the decentralization. In the centralization, it is very easy. The next we have here the 2 marks question compulsory. It will be the span of control. Span of control is nothing but it is a maximum number of subordinates or employees which a single superior can manage or supervise for effectively and efficiently. They're saying that one. What is span of control means? Where one person can handle 10 members or 20 members or 50 members. So the work can be done easily. If he's having less number of members, he can monitor each and every person and he can get the work can be completed easily without any hurdles or issues or conflicts. If he's having one person is there, where if we give 1,000 employees to take care here, so it will be very difficult for him to check that one, what has done by the employees means his subordinates in the organization. He can't monitor all the 1,000 members at a time, and the work may be delayed, or the work may be not completed on time, or the work may not be as per the requirement of the top level management. So tomorrow they're going to blame the responsible person, the person who has taken the responsibility to control the 1,000 members. Instead of that one, you can say that one, my capacity or where I can manage only certain number of members, not the huge number of members here. So this is a concept what we have. Here it is a wide span of control and narrow span of control, which less cost of supervision, and here more cost of supervision will be there, and here does not supervise and control a very huge group of people. Here they're going to have less concepts. And next, staffing. Staffing is nothing but choosing a right person for the right job at the right time for the right place. This is a concept what we have staffing here, and the definition what we have, it is a process of determining the manpower needed to meet the company objectives. If I want to achieve the goal of the organization, then I have to appoint the people according to the design structure made by the top level management as their planning strategies and the organized structure. Now they're going to appoint the people for individual departments for the activities of departments. So staffing requires huge investment, long-term implications, multiplier effect will be there. Creation and maintenance of dedicated workforce requires here. If I have divided the n number of departments, so then I require n number of people to work in the department, and it is going to get huge amount of investment in the department, and it may require more funds for the controlling the activities of the business here. And long-term implication is nothing but whenever you're going to appoint any person to the organization, so it is for the long run and not for the short run here, that you think that one. And it is a type of function. Staffing the function are crucial, particularly in case of managerial positions when they're appointing certain people for certain designated position. It is very difficult for them to select a right person for the right place at the right time. So it will be very difficult. If any small mistake done by the staffing department, it is going to affect the entire growth of the organization. Holistic approach, key to other functions and staffing as a part of HRM, human resource management. So this is just like the human resource management, whatever we have, procuring the employees for the organization and making development of the organization, making payment for the employees who have been employed for the designated positions, and integration and maintenance of managerial employees, just like HRM. That is nothing but supporting every designated person to control his subordinates in such a way that when where there is a growth of individual department, there will be growth of the organization. When there is a growth of the organization, it is benefited for organization as well as for the individuals, and they're going to motivate in such a way that one, and they say that one, this is the financial support will be given by the management for the success in the society, and even non-financial benefit will be given for each and every employee for the success of the work executed and completed by the departments or the entire functional activities departments, whatever we have in the organization. People-centered responsibility of every manager. So already I said that one, based on the designated concept here, they're going to guide them and they're going to support in such a way that one, what is his duty, how he has to direct, and how he has to motivate, and how he has to support his subordinates, and how the work has to be executed from the subordinates, and how the work to be completed, and what are the things has to be monitored, and what are the things should not be monitored. They're going to give support in such a way that the managerial ability, certain burden can be reduced with the support of HR by selecting a right candidate, having a qualified person, knowledgeable person, and experienced person for the certain designated positions, whatever we have here. The human skills, continuous function, it is just like continuing the process of appointing the people for the organization whenever it is required and for whatever the purpose it is required here. That is the reason it is a continuous process of the staffing, that to appoint the people, train the people, and guide the people, and even it involves in the administrative activities of the organization. Thank you to all my dear first sem BBA students. The chapter we have discussed here, organization and staffing, and we have completed the third unit here, where it is going to support you people to learn for the business activity aspects as well as for the semester exams. Go through both the session information and get success in your life. Namaste to all BBA students.